In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to raise money for your crypto fund from your investors. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, you'll actually see that we teach you how to actually find investors for your crypto fund, which is one of the most important things other than finding deals. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Ken the Crypto. My full name is Ken Lamas. Ken the Crypto is my alias. But in this channel, we teach you how to start and launch your crypto fund and operate it in a way that makes you about $10,000 to $30,000 per month in your first 90 days. That is what we have done with some of the people we've helped with. And why we're qualified to teach this is because we have raised over 7 figures this past 6 months in our own crypto fund. It's called Celestial Ventures, and we have generated over $200,000 in revenue in just 6 short months. And personally, I've raised over $10 million myself in my other funds that I've worked with and other projects I've advised for. So I know a thing or two about starting a crypto fund. So with that said, here's how to actually raise money for your crypto fund. Let's say you have deals and let's say you have investors. But I just want to note that if you have solid deals in place and you have investors that already trust who you are, that already know you based on the stuff that we've been teaching in this channel, chances are you can raise money fairly easy as long as a deal has been presented and as long as the investors trust you as well. And I'm gonna leave a few principles with this, right? Which is when you present a deal to your investors, you must not be needy, right? You must have sort of the take it or leave it attitude. So when you have this good deal that springs out in front of you and you present it to your investors, you basically have to frame it in a way that says, okay, hey guys, I have this great deal. And you basically tell them about the deal, tell them how excited you are about it, tell them, hey, I got this new project. Here's the benefits of it. Here's the pitch deck. Here's all the information that you need out of it. Here's why I'm excited. And it's essentially, you're just saying what you feel. You're just saying how what you think of the project and all the details are along with it. And you just gotta frame it in that mindset of, I got this deal. If you don't like it, great. If you like it, great. Invest with it. And you also have to be very clear with your investors, and you have to show it to them that every deal that comes out, you actually like the deal. You actually like the project, because the last thing that you want is to actually put out projects that you don't even like in the first place. Because that's essentially what you're doing as a crypto fund owner, is that you're selling these projects, you're selling these deals to your investors. But if the deal is great and you're excited about it, it should sell itself. Which leads on to my next point, is you want to talk with confidence with your voice, and you believe that it's actually a great deal and express how excited you are about how great of a deal it is. And that's why every deal that you get, every deal that you present with your investors, you have to be excited. Otherwise, they're not going to be excited as well. And I've come across with a lot of great salespeople. I've come across with the worst salespeople. The best salespeople, the people that I've bought a lot of stuff from, stuff that ranges from $1 to $20,000, were people that were actually excited about what they were talking to me about. These were people, I bought from these people because I could feel the joy, I could feel the confidence that comes out of their mouth when they were talking about the service or product. Because the last thing that you want, let's say you want to buy something from somebody, the last thing that you want is negative energy. The last thing that you want is them not to be confident in what they're talking about with you. Because at the end of the day, we're all people, right? We buy things from other people, and ultimately we want to buy things from people that we like. We want to buy things from people that have great energy. And that's essentially what these investors are looking for, right? Yeah, they're interested in the product, they're interested in the project or the crypto token with all its benefits and all its features and all its use cases. But you ultimately are the ones that are going to take their money and invest it for them. And so you are that last piece of the puzzle before an investment is actually made. Because the truth is, most investors do not invest in great ideas. Like I said, you could have the best ideas, you could have the best project, and you could pitch it to investors. But ultimately, what they're looking for on top of these great things is entrepreneurs, people that are running these projects. As I said, people look for people. And your investors are also looking for people with experience. And that's why trust is everything. They must trust the team, and they must trust you ultimately as a fund owner. And as I said in these previous videos, trust is everything when it comes to your investors. That's why you must make it a habit every single day to always build a connection, to establish and strengthen the relationship that you have with all your investors. And everybody who you come in contact with in this space. Build trust first, because this is the meat of all of it. And then you can pitch the deal. When it comes to your investors, you should always be working on the trust factor day in and day out. Because that's literally, like I said, it's 80% of the results. You work on that, and whatever deal that comes on your table, as long as you're excited about it, as long as you're confident about it, they will ultimately give you money to invest it for them. And so that's the principles of raising money for your fund, from your investors. And now let's actually talk about the process of raising money. Now, this doesn't happen over a DM or a post or one call. It actually happens over a span of a few days to a week or even months. Because the first or second time that you interact with your investors, whether it's saying hi or them finding out about you, it's just them getting to know you as a person and you getting to know them as a person as well. You know, what kind of projects do they want? How much money do they have? How long they've been in crypto for? Just the general things when it comes to making a friend. And that's what you have to view these investors. That's what you have to view your investors as a friend, as a relationship. From saying hi, from being a stranger, all the way to having a friend, trusting that friend trusting you with their money. Because that's ultimately what this business is all about. You are in the business of making friends. You're in the business of turning strangers into friends and into friends that trust you with their money. You ultimately have to ask them questions, build rapport with them. Like I said, spend time with them. Get them to let them know you. Figure out what's going to tempt them to ultimately invest with you. And let's say you spend time with them every single day, whether it's through Zoom call, whether it's through DMs, chat, whether it's through them watching your content, looking at your face through a camera. When a deal does come up, given that you've already built this trust, all you have to do is put in some scarcity in there when the deal comes up, saying, hey, we have this deal. I don't know how long it's going to be up for, because you really don't know when a deal presents itself. Because sometimes I'll get deals with amazing projects, layer 1, layer 0, backed by billion-dollar companies. Sometimes these deals will come up with my table, and sometimes these guys will literally give me a 3-day notice, right? Let's say, hey, I got this allocation for you. You have 3 days to raise this much money. If you can't, then you don't get it. And if you do, great. And so I actually have to tell my investors that there's a limited amount of time left. This is how much allocation we'll have. And so once that's actually in place and the trust is built, raising money is just that much easier. And so the process of raising money is actually very, very simple. Once trust is built, and as I said in this video multiple times, trust is the meat of it all. And the simplest mindset that you could take on to be successful in this business with your investors is to imagine a stranger. And let's say you want to be friends with that stranger. What's the process of being friends with a stranger? Well, they have to see your face. They have to get to know you. They have to get to know your story. You have to get them to know their story. You have to get to know what their dreams are, what their problems are. You have to chat with them back and forth, telling them, hey, here's what I'm up to. Asking them, hey, what are you up to? It's really as simple as that. And it's all about just time. And so with your investors, you also have to realize that they have money. And people with money don't just want to invest their money. Sometimes they actually want to get involved in what you're doing, in the project. And so the best way for them to get involved and to allow them to get involved is to ask them advice first. Let them have some authority in the project. Let them have some authority in the fund. Like literally, you can ask for their advice. You could even straight up ask them like, hey, what do you like about this project? What do you not like about this project? You could ask them, what else would you like to know about this project? Is there anything about this project that's missing that if it was there, you would invest? And then once they actually give you their advice and their feedback, because everyone appreciates feedback, once you allow them to have some authority, then you can ask for capital. Then they'll be more inclined to invest. And like I said, you have to use this for good, because yes, you could use this for bad, but investors can sense when you're BSing them. So it's best to be straightforward. And last tip when it comes to raising money for your crypto fund from your investors is that here's a simple fact. People with money just want to be talked to straight up. They just don't want any BS. The simple fact with investors with a lot of money looking for these deals is that they just don't want to be BS'd, as I said before. They want to be talked straight up to. Literally, go up to them and say, hey, I have this deal. Do you have money or not? Simple as that. If you have money, great, let's go. If you don't, great as well. We can continue to be friends and I'll keep showing you deals. However, I don't want you to say maybe, just say yes or no. They will appreciate that. And they essentially just want the confidence to ooze out from you and just talk to them like you're their best friend. They have to feel that you are there to do business, you are there to make them money and you money and the fund money, because you're essentially providing a service for them, right? You have these deals that come up that they can't get unless they spend hours and hours of research or hours networking, but they have you, the crypto fund owner, your crypto fund. And if you are clear to them that this entire thing is a business and you happen to be friends, then it's gonna be a lot easier for you to raise money for your crypto fund with these investors, with everything built in place, trust, relationship, and a genuine excitement for the deals that you're getting them. And so that's essentially how you raise money for your crypto fund with your investors. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button, comment below your thoughts, any questions, concerns, and I actually have a free webinar on the very top link of the description. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, then I'll be putting it up in a few days. Thank you for watching. Ken here from Crypto Fund Launch. I'll see you later. See ya.